Right. So I know you've also rolled out a new concept called Mystic Fish Camp,
Hmm.
and it's a fast casual take on traditional fish shack,
Yep.
still 100% sustainable and local, but quote, poor man's lobster roll made with monkfish,
Yeah.
which I loved that quote. So what made you want to open up this concept and how has the community taken to it?
Really great across the board. We bought this building, used to be a toy store. Our group bought it a couple of years ago. And as soon as they bought it, I was like, that's got to be a restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
It's on the water. Right. Perfect. And we had the fine dining restaurant going. And I always felt like the best thing to like complementary concept is something casual, more accessible to a fine dining restaurant. And on the sustainability side, it's great that you can in a quote unquote fancy restaurant get essentially upper class wealthy people to buy this thing that's super
Yeah.
sustainable and well sourced. Like that's not that hard to do. But in order to really change the food system, we need more people, a broader spectrum of people to actually change their eating habits. And the kind of people who are going to go to the grocery store and ask for more sustainable products. And so we wanted to do something at a lower price point that was kid friendly, where like regular people could come in and especially kids and start kind of learning how to eat this way.
Cool. That sounds
That's
awesome. I want to
fantastic.
try.
It's super
Okay.
good.
So what excites you right now about the industry? What any new concepts, new geographies, new partnerships? What's exciting right now, I guess, in the not only in the fish industry, but in the
Yeah.
seafood restaurant industry?
There's so much more openness, honestly, in the seafood. I think so much of the stuff is actually spreading where I'm seeing it other places and I'm looking at other menus and I'm seeing things like slipper limpets and green crab popping up outside of our area, which is
Yeah.
amazing. And I think it's just showing, I really give James Beard a lot of credit. It's really encouraging chefs to do things like this in their own worlds, and find something that they can support. Like it makes perfect sense for us to focus on sustainable seafood. I can like throw a rock and hit a commercial fishing dock here, but other places you don't have that, but there are definitely things you can do, and looking at different ways you can support sustainability in your communities and in your cooking. It's really taking off, I think, and chefs are realizing how much power they have. Chefs have probably more power than any other position to shape the food system because we're buying and we're selling. And so we can educate the public and we can get them to want something. And then on the buy side, we can educate and kind of train our purveyors to produce or acquire things. So we can really have a huge impact. And we've done it here, but I think so many chefs are taking up that cause. And it's really going to help change.
Yeah. That's a really good piece of advice. And I think in general it's looking at it from all different angles. So I guess if somebody wanted to start doing this, I mean, we had a lot of restaurant owners and restaurant operators listening to this show. And so if they really want to try to embed this in their values
Mhm.
or whatever it is that they're working on right now in their restaurants and the food, when it comes to the food, where do you recommend that they start?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what for the seafood specifically, like
Yeah.
what we do. I'm actually, we have a book, not to plug the book, but the book is coming
You
out
can
in
plug the
2000,
book.
plug the book in 2027. It's a little advanced. But a lot of the book that we're coming out with is geared a little bit towards commercial kitchens. And
Oh,
there's
nice.
a home version of it, of how you can do it, but there's systems that have to be put in place to really eat this way. It's not like you can just go to the grocery store and buy like enough of this sustainable product to make dinner tonight and not do
Yeah.
it again. Like
Yeah.
if you really want seafood in your diet and to change, there are ways you can have this in your daily life, like the way that we use meat products, where we just buy them and we have them and they're here and they're preserved and they're different forms. You can do that with seafood, and you could have like a fridge full of seafood right now that doesn't go bad, and you can just eat seafood more. So some of those systems are in place, and certainly in a restaurant, like the one in particular is like sugar kelp. We use a ton of sugar kelp.
Oh, yeah.
But when you get it, if you can find it, you can't get 1 pound. You've got to get like 20 pounds. And then you've got 20 pounds of something that's going to go bad in 5 days. So there's a system that we have in place where we preserve a lot of it. We dry some, we pickle some, we candy some, and we take that 20 pounds of kelp and make it last. So we don't lose money on it really, and we can afford to sell it and
Oh, I
use it in
like
different
that.
ways. So I think getting those systems in place is part of it. And obviously our book will explain that. But there's some organizations like Eating with Ecosystem was super helpful to me to find sources for things
Hmm.
and to kind of get on the right track. Greencrab.org is amazing. Like if you call Mary, she will get you green crabs somehow. Like she'll find a way.
We
And
need
just
cheerleaders like that.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Green crabs do. That's
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
need more than anybody.
exactly, right? Eat us.
Totally.
So I guess you got two restaurants essentially. You got a book
Mhm.
coming out. 5 years from now, what does success look like for you? Are you looking to build something new? Are you looking to really just enhance the sustainability of of how you make items and how you cook, and has spreading that to
Mhm.
different chefs is all the above?
I'm all the above, really. I think the most important thing for me is always, the food is so important and so much fun. But what I actually really love about restaurants is watching people grow and watching people come in and grow into bigger roles. And so we have
Mhm.
such a talented team that it's a lot about what they want to do
Mm.
moving forward, because, your team that's your whole thing. We can't do anything without them taking on larger roles and growing in the company. I just love the idea of like the line cook that I have today is going to be the chef in a couple of years somewhere. We're going to have,
Yeah.
hopefully we can build a role for them that they can excel in and grow and prosper. So,
Yeah. What a great way to focus on. You're focusing on the external and the internal and taking
mm,
everything you've learned and helping people go through the ladder and move up. And
yeah.
what did I read something somewhere that said something like your best people, you'll eventually have to say goodbye to them because they're your best people and have
hmm
you mentor them up and then they kind of go
Yeah,
out and the bird flies the nest. And it's
for
like,
sure.
but it's so important to keep good quality restaurants going and
hmm
food and the sharing of these ideas and pushing it
Yeah.
out even further than just
Yep.
your own place. So
hmm
I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's don't kick people in the shins.
No,
That's the number one way to lose
I've
your
never
best
actually
people.
done it.
That's good.
I swear.
You know what I'm going to do this today? You know what I'm going to do right now?
Just give you one good kick in the
Shin
shin.
test.
I used to have welts on my arms. These like monkey pinches.
Oh my God.
It's brutal.
Oh, wow.
I come home
Oh,
with
my
like
goodness.
bruises.
Yeah, right?
Guy was
Wow.
psychotic.
Good
Tales
Lord.
from the New York
Yeah,
Michelin
right?
star dining. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
hmm